There we go. Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. I had to restart my live stream because, for whatever reason, my live stream was not working, and I don't know why. So, I know my title might have caught your interest, and some of you might be going, huh? So I am allowing you guys to ask any questions that you want here in the box. If you have any questions regarding my YouTube channel that I've been working on for about 5.5 years, as long as it's appropriate. I don't want anything inappropriate, especially like smack talking, like my recent actions, specifically regarding why I'm dating Katie or why I've ditch certain people that I used to YouTube with or were planning on YouTubing with, because there really is nothing for me to answer to that, unfortunately. So, with that being said, um, I'm just going to basically answer generic questions regarding stuff I've YouTubed over the past 5.5 years that I can at least answer that are appropriate, that don't necessarily have anything to do with the present, don't have anything to do with my personal life, and don't in any way, shape, or form affect anybody in a negative way that I've YouTube with in the past. So, very first of all, what was the whole reason why I started my YouTube channel? So, for those of you who do not know, I started the YouTube channel on Sunday, December 5th, 2016. To be honest, it was a very spontaneous thing. I just decided it was a cool idea. I have been watching the Tim Tracker for over a year at that point. The very first vlog of his I had seen was back on July 8th, 2014, of when he and Jen first went to the new Diagon Alley area for Universal at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And after I watched him for quite some time, I was like, well, he makes it look easy. I would like to get into this. So I watched him YouTube for quite some time. And then I decided on my own to start YouTubing just because of how often I watched him. And the very first YouTube video I started was at Universal Orlando Resort. And ironically, when I first started the YouTube channel, I was trying too hard to copy him. So that leads me to my next question. When did I start becoming an original? Like, when did I start developing my own style? There was one particular day I had probably been YouTubing about a year or two, and somebody called me out for copying the Tim Tracker. Basically, at the end of every YouTube video, he always says, and now it's time to pay the price. So, after doing that long enough, somebody basically said to me, why do you always do that? And I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't think of anything else better to do. And then that person said to me, well, I strongly encourage you to be original, to come up with your own thing. And I'll be honest, I really did pray hard about it. I really thought hard about it. And being a Christian, and also I didn't have a YouTube channel name at the time. I wasn't even the Theme Park Evangelist. So I'll get to that in a little bit. I was like, well, I'm going to have to really pray and think hard. And I started thinking about different memory verses I loved. And that's when I came up with Philippians 4:13, my favorite memory verse. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I was like, well, what if I changed the wording around so that I'm speaking directly to the audience? So that's why I always end every single vlog with, and always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Now, why do I throw on the have a great day or great night and peace out? That's more of a joke. It's something that I just do for fun. And I also started doing that because certain people I used to YouTube with back in the day, without saying names, uh, really got into that. They didn't overly care for the always remember you can do all things through Christ strengthens you at first. At first. I had to repeat that in case they might hear this and get offended. Because the truth is, they didn't like it at first, but they grew to love it. I remember that. And you know what's funny? They loved me saying it so much, they got me this sign. Now, ignore my dirty laundry, and I literally mean ignore my dirty laundry. Right over there, behind my dirty laundry, there's a sign that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. They got that for me. So, I wanted to show that to you guys because I truly do appreciate the fact that they heard me say it so often at the end of every single YouTube video that they decided, let's get that for David. Why not? And I was like, oh, well, I appreciate that. So whenever I see that, I always remember the fact that they got that from me just because of my YouTube channel. But let's move on to the next question. When did I come up with the YouTube channel name, the Theme Park Evangelist? So originally there was a guy I used to YouTube with, and I used to YouTube with this guy for years. And I used to call us the coaster guys or the theme park guys, or I don't remember what I used to call us. So my YouTube username is Mr. D Dunbar 4. And if you literally copy that into YouTube, it'll literally bring you right to my YouTube channel. And I had that name for about a year or two. And then around high school, I came up with the crazy idea of becoming a rapper. So I changed my name to Dave the Rapper, and I kept it literally that way for years. And then I came up with the whole theme park thing, and I don't know, Dave the Rapper being a theme park guy didn't really work. But I still did it for a little bit. So I came up with the idea on my own. It's not something I actually prayed about for a change, just something I just thought about. I was like, well, I love theme parks, and I love to tell people about Christ. I knew I had to come up with, a creative name that would get people's attention. So what kind of person loves to talk to people about their faith? And I started just randomly just throwing names in my head. And then I came up with Evangelist. And then I was like, Theme Park Evangelist. That works. And then I threw on so I'm the Theme Park Evangelist. Now, I know there are certain people that have been attacking my YouTube channel recently because they truly believe that I haven't been, that much of a Christian lately. And all I can do is, sincerely apologize that I haven't been as, true of a Christian as I should be, especially coming from someone who works in guest services at the Ark Encounter. I feel extremely disappointed that I haven't been living up to my name, and I haven't been living up to who I profess to be. So I need to keep working at that. And that's also why I'm thankful I have the girl who I have in my life. Even though certain people in my life, that I used to know, feel like she's, caused me to go downhill. And unfortunately, my own parents even feel like she's not that great of an influence on me. And the best way I can put it is, at the end of the day, it's still my decision whether I stay with her or not. And I feel led by God to stay with her. So, and I know some people will be like, well, you're probably hearing from the devil, and you never know, I might be. So, but you know what? That's a decision that I need to make in me and make alone. So, but anyway, another question that people might have for me about my YouTube channel would be, so what happened to your YouTube channel? How did you go from being amazing to crappy all of a sudden? So I lived in Florida during my YouTube years for 3 years. And the entire time I was in Florida, I primarily vlogged at Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando Resort, Legoland Florida, Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, SeaWorld Orlando, the Strawberry Festival, and more. Then I moved to Kentucky. There's been quite a bit of people that have complained, or as far as I know, complained that my YouTube channel got lame. But ironically, I've increased a lot of subscribers since I moved to Kentucky too. So it's hard to say. And ever since I moved to Kentucky, I've added on the addition of Kings Island. I've also added on a wide variety of other things. I do a lot of awesome discussion topics like I'm doing tonight. That's what I like to call this time, where I literally just sit here and pour my thoughts, my head into the camera. Some people find this nerve-wracking, just sitting here talking to a camera. But for me, I find this relaxing. As weird as that sounds, I feel like I can be myself, just sitting here talking to my Chromebook webcam is ironically a very stress-free time to me. And ironically, it's making me unwind. It's making me tired. When I get done with this, I'm going to put my Chromebook away. I'm going to get ready for bed. And I'm going to go... Not even a joke. Because I got to be up in 8 hours. I got a meeting with my worship leader at 8 in the morning. And I don't want to miss it. As much as I would have loved to sleep in longer, you know what? I can't put this off any longer. Need to get it done. Besides, Friday morning, I made a promise to Katie that I was going to take her to the DMV, and I'm sticking to that. So, yeah. But anywho, another question that people might have for me is, what made you get into the YouTube series? When I was living in Florida, I was spending so much time literally going all over Central Florida. I never really got that much of an opportunity to necessarily sit down in front of the webcam or the Chromebook very often. There were times here and there when I would sit in the porch. That was my normal location where I did these kind of things and just think like I get to now, which is incredible, because I was always on the go like this all the time. I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm on the go a lot more now, but with not as many theme parks to distract me here. And the stuff that I have to distract me here are, well, eating out, going over to my girlfriend's house or having her come over here, or going to Kings Island, going to Dave & Buster's, going to the movies, bowling, miniature golf. I'm just throwing stuff out there. There's not a lot of YouTubing opportunities I have to distract me. And with her in my life and her not being very comfortable about me YouTubing, especially around her and her wanting to spend as much time with me as possible, I just don't YouTube as much. And when I was YouTubing prior to her coming along, this was primarily how I would spend my time. I mean, when I was living in Florida, I was bouncing from one place to the next. I would be out till late hours of the night, and I would hardly be working, but I was always out somewhere. I used to eat out a lot more. I could tell you stuff like that, but that's another story for another time and another YouTube video for another time for that matter, too. But anyway, so yeah, I'm definitely very thankful for the fact that I'm living here now, because I'm very thankful that my YouTube channel has changed. I'm very thankful for my change in lifestyle, my change in pace. I'm very thankful for the fact that I have more time to spend doing these kind of things, or I just get to sit here and talk to a camera. I may not YouTube as much as I used to. And also, it depends on what's going on that week. Like, sometimes I don't even know I'm planning on YouTubing until the last minute. And lately, ironically, my YouTube videos have been on Wednesdays lately, which is really weird. Like, I've just noticed that Wednesday's just been my perfect day to find something to YouTube. So tomorrow I'm going to the Kentucky Derby Museum. That's a definite. We were talking about going to the Louisville Zoo, but I was looking at my bank account and I just don't see how I can afford it. So I might just have to insist to my girlfriend that we just do the Kentucky Derby Museum or the Louisville Zoo at this time, unless she wants to pay for a scooter, because I'm sure she would expect me to pay for a scooter, and I just cannot afford that. I can only afford to pay for myself to go to either the Kentucky Derby Museum or the Louisville Zoo, and that's it. Just because I'm really just trying to be more careful of my money right now. I thought I had paid more off on my credit card, and it turns out I didn't. And unfortunately, I've spent quite a bit of money in just the past few days, as unfortunate as that is. So I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. So I'm just going to have to politely explain to her, I know this is our last chance to, do anything together as a couple for a couple of weeks, but I just really cannot afford anything right now, as much as it stinks. But we're going to make the most of tomorrow that we can. And whatever time we have left over, guess what? We're going to go back to her place and spend the rest of the day together. And she's going to cook dinner for me, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'm still going to give her the opportunity to come up with something. And I definitely know for a fact that I want to go to the Kentucky Derby Museum tomorrow, no matter what. So, what is another thing, or what is another question I have for you guys? Oh, here's a good one. What has been one of the biggest changes I've made to the YouTube channel over the years? The answer to that is, when I first started the YouTube channel, I never had anything major to hit upon that year. Ever since I moved up to Kentucky, I've decided I've got to have something major to YouTube every single year, maybe even 2 major things, or even possibly 3. I always try to, like, big time hit up on it every single year. And just like, I've got to have a reason for people to watch my YouTube channel. I've got to have something that I can heavily advertise on my YouTube channel and heavily advertise on my Facebook page that is connected to this YouTube channel. I've got to have a reason for people to subscribe. I've got to have a reason for people to stay subscribed. Even if you're one of those people that only watches once in a blue moon, I would encourage people to at least come back to my YouTube channel during these specific times of the year, just because of the following reasons. Like, let's just go back to 2020 when I came up with the idea in the first place. The big thing I was pushing super hard that year was my very first trip back to Central Florida since I moved. And the big highlight I had that trip was going to Crystal Palace. And then, of course, even riding the Disney Skyliner for the very first time. So I was big time pushing all that. In 2021, it was coming down with my brother to Central Florida, but the big push for that trip was Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I really wanted people to watch my YouTube channel just to specifically see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I mean, yeah, you can see it on multiple YouTube channels, but I really want people to specifically watch my YouTube channel just to see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from my perspective. I thought that would be really cool. This year has been multiple things, starting with February. I really wanted everybody to see me flying back to Central Florida, but specifically that particular trip, I really wanted people to see, like, I'm just trying to think here of what little energy I do have. So forgive me. I'm going on 6 hours of sleep. I've been up since 6 in the morning. And I really should be asleep, but I've been going crazy all day. Let's see here. I know there was quite a bit that happened that trip. Oh, yeah. I really wanted people to see not just my Universal vlog that particular trip because of the Jurassic World Velocicoaster, because I knew that was the first time I would get a chance to ride it since I last saw it, which I had. Well, I shouldn't say that. I wanted everybody to see Velocicoaster because I had literally been YouTubing that for years. So to finally go ride it was like incredible. I mean, come on. I've been literally YouTubing Jurassic World. I mean, this is Jurassic Park, but I've been really wanting to vlog the Jurassic World Velocicoaster since it started construction. So, yeah, I was like super excited. And then the other reason why I was like big time hitting up on my YouTube channel, I really wanted everybody to see the 50th anniversary stuff, and I wanted everybody to see the Remy's Ratatouille adventure and the fact that Disney World was no longer requiring masks. Like, how cool is that? That was the first time I had been to Disney World without a mask on in 2 years. That was awesome. And then this most recent trip, I was big time pushing the whole Dollywood thing. I mean, come on. I had never been to Dollywood, so I had never been to Pigeon Forge for that matter either. So the big push for that trip, of course, was just seeing Dollywood for the very first time. So if you were watching my YouTube channel the last week of July, I would encourage, or if you did watch my YouTube channel that week, I would strongly encourage you to go, back and watch my Dollywood vlog because it was a very well done vlog. My next big vlog that I'm getting ready to work on is me back at Walt Disney World again. I'm actually going to be back in less than 2 weeks. I would strongly encourage everybody, for that matter, to go watch my Riding the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind roller coaster vlog. I'm going to be working on Sunday, September 18th, so that's exactly 13 days from now. More like 12 days away because it's almost the 6th now. So let's just go ahead and go with that. I really want everybody to see that. So that is like the next big vlog that I'm pushing because I really want everybody to see my perspective on it. The next big vlog after that, of course, is, I would say it's a tie between me going to Cleveland again for the first time in 2 years, or what I am going to be able to vlog this Christmas in Dollywood and Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. depending on what my girlfriend allows, because as of right now, she is going with me for Christmas. It'll be our very first Christmas together. And if she goes, she's not going to really want me to vlog all that much, but I'm going to at least see if I can compromise or get her to compromise with me and let me vlog somewhat. And that's my other big vlog of the year. I really have been wanting to show everybody what that area looks like at Christmas time. And hopefully I can make it look more exciting than what I found on YouTube about a month or two ago. And then next year, my big vlog that I'm going to really be pushing is when I go with Katie to Central Florida at the beginning of the year. I'm not saying when I'm going to be there because I still don't know yet. All I know is it's at the beginning of the year. And then we're going to North Carolina afterwards to go and see her home. I haven't been to North Carolina in a couple of decades, so it'll be nice to go back and go see where she grew up. So I'm excited about that before we go back home ourselves. I should go ahead and announce now. I haven't posted on my Facebook page. After much consideration, I decided to go ahead and cancel the cruise that was supposed to go on in 2024 for my 30th birthday. See, when I first booked the cruise, I was still single at the time. And now that I'm in a serious relationship talking about marriage already, it makes no sense for me to plan something that only I can do or my brother and I can do. At this point in my life, I would rather plan something or save that money for, like, say, for example, my future wedding, which it would be cool if Katie and I got married at the age of 30 and we could celebrate not just us, getting married, but also us turning 30 together. That would be amazing. But you never know what God has in mind for the future. Like, that is our plan right now. But we also are very hopeful that God will allow us to get married in the future. But we also understand that sometimes things happen. So that's kind of how we're looking at things right now. And as of right now, I'm getting near the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So my next two big vlogs for the month are the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind YouTube video on Sunday, September 18th. And also Saturday, September 24th, I will be vlogging Haunt for the very first time. I'm hoping to come back again this year, more than likely in October, closer to Halloween, by myself more than likely, because Katie will be going with me on Saturday, September 24th. She is off that day. And I already asked for Sunday, September 25th off, so I could just have a day off. A Sunday off for a change. I mean, yeah, I'm off on the 18th, but it would be nice to have another Sunday off. And she already went ahead and asked for that Sunday off as well, so we could have the day off together. And she also asked for the Wednesday off, so we could have that day off together. I have a neurologist appointment that day, so I said to her, you don't necessarily have to go to the neurologist appointment with me, but that would be cool if we had the day off together. That's the only thing I have pressing going on that particular day. And I got to pay for health insurance again. Even though I really can't afford it, I don't have a choice either. So I'm going to have to restart it all over again next Friday. So that'll be something I do while I'm heading down to Central Florida with my dad. And now I'm going to be staying with his sister in Orlando. So I won't even be anywhere close to Lake Wales. So if anybody was wanting to see me in Lake Wales, unfortunately, that will no longer be happening. And the next time I will be in that area won't be until the beginning of next year. And I still don't even know what that is. So Sorry. My dad decided to jump in on my plans at the last minute and changed everything. So, all right. Well, I'm at the 30-minute mark. It's after 11 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for the night. And the last thing I want to tell you guys is I know there are people out there who don't get me. I know there are people out there who get frustrated with me. Yes, I do have autism. Yes, I'm not the strongest in my faith. I will not deny it. Yes, I have made a lot of bad decisions lately. And no, my girlfriend's not perfect either. And that doesn't mean that I am. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I'm perfect. We both make a lot of mistakes. And goodness knows I make a lot of mistakes myself. I mean, even with this YouTube channel, I've been trying so hard to keep the personal stuff out, and I got called out for it a while ago for saying too much. And trust me, it's hard. I'm like my girlfriend. I say too much. I say stuff I shouldn't be saying. I've been busted by my own family for saying too much at work. So it's it's a work in progress. I'm still learning about what I can say and what I can't say. I mean, even with Facebook and work, there are things I can say about work on Facebook and things I cannot say about work on Facebook. And it's not that I'm stupid. It's not that I'm arrogant. It's not that I don't care. It's just I'm still learning, unfortunately. And I appreciate the people who take the time to kindly explain to me, David, you can't say this. David, you can't say that. So, yes, sometimes I might accidentally say something that I shouldn't say online. And there have been times when I've done a live stream like I'm doing right now, and it might only be up for an hour, and then I might be forced to remove it again because I actually said something offensive. And I didn't even realize it. That's the stupid part. I'm I'm saying stupid because I really wish in some ways I had somebody here to let me know, like physically right here with me to let me know whether I'm saying something offensive or not. Because that is the hard part and the challenging thing about being autistic. Sometimes I don't even realize if I actually say something offensive. And when I'm away from work and it's just me in my room, sometimes my filters don't always catch everything. And I sincerely apologize because I don't always realize whether I said the right thing or not. It's not like when I'm at work when I can usually catch whether I said something wrong or not. I've noticed it's a lot easier for me to realize, oops, I said the wrong thing if I'm talking to someone face to face. But when I'm talking to a camera and I can't actually see my audience, and this is the challenging thing about YouTubing, I don't realize if I actually stepped on somebody's toes or not. And yeah, sometimes I may not remove the YouTube video right away because I may not realize at first that it's wrong, and I might have to run it by my parents or my brother. And sometimes it might take somebody to, tell me that, if this video is not taken down within the next like 5 minutes, it's going to get really serious. And I mean, even to the point where my own Bible study group or my own parents somehow get involved for me to go, oh, I messed up. I'm not saying how people like these people can get involved. I'm just saying sometimes these things can just happen. And that's as much as I'm saying. And yeah, that was another one of those things that happened within the past few weeks that I'm just like, well, God, I guess you got your point across to me. Well, it's time for me to shut up and go to sleep because I got to get up in about 7.5 hours, and I've already lost a half hours of beauty sleep. So, not that I'm beautiful while asleep, but So, have a great night, everyone. Thank you again for your patience, and just please forgive me again for any time I've insulted you or hurt your feelings, and I hope that you can forgive me for the fact that I've been spending so much time with my girlfriend. This is the very first serious girlfriend I've ever had. And the fact that we're already talking marriage says a lot. So, but I will see you guys in the next vlog, whenever that will be. Just keep in mind, you'll have a guaranteed one, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after that, the Sunday after 9/11. So always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night. Peace out.